Okay, fair enough. We're number one in a world of 40,000 airports, claims Hamad International. Alhamdulillah, we have landed in Manchester. MashaAllah, so we are out. And there it is, flight QR335 sits proudly on the tarmac, ready to fly from Islamabad International Airport to Hamad International Airport in Doha. So announcements have been made, the flight is ready, and passengers in Zone 1 and Zone 2 are currently waiting to board the aircraft, and it's fairly slow moving. Boarding and about to enter the aircraft as Kuwait Airways waits outside. Off we go down the gangway. So first class are drinking orange juice and they have their feet up already. Alhamdulillah, we have reached our seat through the maze of people, and to be fair, boarding was fairly smooth.
Please do not operate the seat controls. Instead, contact a member of the cabin crew for assistance.
We have started to move. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala complete our journey with success, inshallah. MashaAllah, the aeroplane has started to move and it's just setting itself on the runway and it's getting very close to takeoff. So after about 1 hour and 20 minutes, MashaAllah, breakfast has arrived, which is a smashed croissant, a bottle of water. It looks like watermelon and mango, a rice pudding, fresh orange juice. Oh, and let's have a look what's hiding under here. Aha, looks like a sausage, beans and quiche and chips. Oh, sorry, it's not chips. It's potato. Inshallah, the water is called alkaline, and according to the potential hydrogen level, it's 8.5 and above, which is a great natural detoxifier. Your blood is 7.2, so this should be great for hydration. Look at that. And passengers are starting to disembark. Lots of them have been standing for about 20 minutes in a jam, and now they have started to move. Alhamdulillah, we have landed safely at Hamad International Airport here in Doha. It is very early in the morning and we have a connecting flight that is not due for some time. So we're just going to cruise at 2 miles an hour into the airport. And there it is, not the first one, but the second one. Qatar International Airlines is a flight in which we arrived at the airport. Fancy a cup of tea for £27.50. This is where you will find it as we come into the open area with lots of shops. And the famous teddy sat right in the middle. I think that may be an A. Oh yes, and ذاك سوق دودريكا za أخلي ندلت جدين أسي وركي أسي ديك أخلي نبسطاي دلت نبرا أخلي بس طلب دركي الزي صمنا الزرش يزغلي دي شيء كنا نزغلي. It's full of international brands as expected. Whether you are a Lacoste or you are your own boss, or whether you like going up and down on travelators. Hamad International Airport, Qatar is the winner of the world's best airport again and again and again. Hey, fancy riding one of these through the airport at speed as the fragrances waft about as people go into duty-free spray themselves like silly, and then come back out again. Hey, do you fancy a Toblerone? Or is it Toblerone? Osman Dembele's shirts will knock you back. It's super cool, £138. Extortion is what comes to mind when I think about things like that. And what's definitely great about the airport is that you will get your 10,000 plus steps in very, very easily. And each and every step is nearly free, but you have paid for your airline ticket, so it's not free at the same time. Hey, that's very nicely designed. Doha International Airport turns 10. So as you look down the camera lens, what is it that you see? What do you perceive? As we watch these, we see different things. So that's what تجدنا في الحال سخقاري صقوري لك. Do you see cleanliness? Do you see a lavish airport? Do you see technology? Do you see light? What is it that you see? It's travelator time. As the travelers and musafirs rest. This is an area by gate A4 where you can come and rest. That is, you can sleep for a little while. Like the gentleman, if you choose to pray and meditate, it's a lovely area. This is a pretty shop for burqas, or they call abayas. That's £195. A burqa or abaya for £295. Al-Murta Ajiba. So we've come into the area to eat. I'm not sure where we will end up. These look appetizing. Huge marketing going on at the airport, various accolades. Now, this particular airport came around in 2014, and so Doha International Airport is very glamorous. High street brands, prestigious brands, a Louis Vuitton lounge somewhere as well. Names that most people would run for. To be honest, everyone to their own. It's not my thing. As you can see, beautiful sports car. I'm not even sure what it is called. And this particular airport is now the main airport in Qatar Doha International Airport. It's multi-award winning. Here we go, cars with plastic on too. It's a Porsche. Love the mindset, love the attitude that winning never goes out of fashion. A beautiful play area for the children. And in 2024, it's been awarded as the best international airport. It's knocked Singapore off its perch this year. It's the hub for Qatar Airways, which is also multi-award winning as well. Rankings are based upon customer satisfaction, speed of service, the friendliness of the staff, and how you can get from one place to another. The staff consistently walking around helping clientele. How can you forget the influence of the 2022 World Cup? And everything is $1 except for clothing, football shirts and scarves. And then you have this £30 for a couple of teas, a croissant and a turkey protein wrap. So the electricity's on, the lights are on, it's very nice. But if you have a snack, you will be paying the bills. And so-called duty-free, but it's not really duty-free, it's proper duty, lots of duty. So we have finally been allocated a gate number for the flight to Manchester, and it falls this way. It's C6, and a super cool, different looking kids play area. Here comes the shuttle service at the airport. And there it comes again. It's just so super silent. It's amazing. And there it comes again. I'm having fun on the travelator at the minute, but to get your 50,000 steps in on a daily basis is fairly easy at this particular airport. So, the best airport in the world, winner again in 2024, beats Singapore, has a development known as the Orchard, a massive green area with trees from all over the world. I was reading 3,779 tons of compost is recycled. MashaAllah, take a look at this. Basta Dukan, men's clothing, perfume, souvenir, spice market, food and confectionery, chapati and garak. Let's go and take a look. My type of seating, Arabic type of seating on the floor. Pe portaka. MashaAllah. A carom board portaka. This is definitely a touch of Qatar. Very nice for some, lekin it's not quite my cup of tea. The place has got such a lovely feel to it. Jora ka chala pakare. MashaAllah, that feels so nice. Just feel like I am in Aladdin's cave. I just need a genie and a lamp. Look at this, MashaAllah. Lots of bling bling, MashaAllah. Hey, how beautiful, MashaAllah. MashaAllah. A touch of the Arab world. Hey, look at this. Manuka, honey. Hey, check the ceiling. MashaAllah, with the old lanterns. So, if you're a younger viewer, tell me, what is this? What are these? And what is this? What is this? That's a super little golden corner. Hey, breakfast or dinner time, Qatari style. When you take sugar and milk and put it in a form like this and present it like this, it's definitely attractive on the eye. It's raining. So one of the main features of Doha International Airport is the orchard. 25,000 plants, over 300 trees from different parts of the world sitting here, smack bang in the middle of the airport. And walking into the area, the smell of the plants and the trees and the atmosphere is just mesmerizing. A long-term, sustainable project. 10 out of 10 for the airport, with lovely walkways in between. It really does feel like a forest that is out in the Amazonian habitat. MashaAllah. So as Richard Attenborough would say, here we have fossils. Fossils that have come from the Amazonian forest. and an Arcadia gardenia, where you will see small creatures living in its roots. Just at the tip of my finger, you will see the Ordenius Folodenius, whose real name is Dennis, and he lives next to John. And then we have the Pleasureberia Nessavinia. And in between, you see the vapor. So the airport is doing whatever the airport needs to do. And mashallah, isn't this beautiful? I would imagine it's seawater. Inshallah. And as you walk through, there's Gordon Ramsay's place, street pizza. But it's very quiet. And next to Gordon Ramsay's, there's a whole load of other shops. And at the side of the lift, how nice, mashallah. And as we come up one floor through the lift, it's back to the designer shops again. Mashallah. Super design above the shops. We're back on the travelators, going in the opposite direction. Boarding has been very efficient at Doha for the connecting flight to Manchester, and currently the temperature outside is about 31-32 degrees, and as many buses wait outside to transport the passengers to the airplanes. All that lot, no smoking. As we gently head towards the aircraft. Come into the business class area. So mashallah, we managed to find our seat in zone 1. Zone 2, zone 3 are currently boarding, so the likelihood is it will probably be about 20 minutes or so. Outside on the runway is a Saudi flight which is being prepared by the staff at the airport.
And looking for your safety property. The cabin is Cabin Service Director Mr. Dawn and our Cabin Senior Ms. Mayros and their traveling team. Our flight time today around about 7 hours and 10 minutes. We'll be cruising at an altitude of 40,000 feet. We're expecting some light turbulence along our route, so for your safety, please keep your seatbelts fastened at all times when the seatbelt signs are displayed. Before we finally send into Manchester, we'll update you with the latest weather. Until then, sit back, relax, enjoy the flight, and thank you for your attention.
So the flight is due to be about 7 hours and 10 minutes according to the captain. It's 5,745 kilometers. The time at the destination is 12:17 currently, and the outside temperature is a very nice 36 degrees. Now we have movement.
Operate the seat controls.
The aircraft has started to move.
For assistance.
Mashallah.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight with Qatar Airways.
You're wearing one. Try to put it on the drop down oxygen mask.
As we start to just leave the actual airport building area, and the aeroplane starts to move a little bit more rapidly towards the runway.
Sports cars.
On air.
Just like impression, you know,
It's,
well, you know that I should know.
lots and lots of vehicles that are ready to fuel up the aeroplanes that are being used at the airport. I was reading a little while ago that they make 200,000 meals a day for all the
Yeah, because it's
aircraft. That may be part of the operation. MashaAllah, look at that. The desert sands alongside the Arabian Sea and the skyscrapers that stand in the distance as the pilot gets ready for takeoff, inshallah.
One thing that happens is there's a reason for this. One thing it's quite
I did think that would
And in the distance there, and the little splodge looking thing, I believe is one of the sports stadium. I'm not 100% sure. As we look over the city of Doha.
blue one series.
We are dedicated
So
to
that
finding
is
those moments.
the Lusail Stadium,
Open the door to a
a
better
famous
future.
sports stadium.
Boys and girls back in school so far. We're inviting you to join us in our journey to find those moments for millions more. This is the moment you can change a life. Qatar Airways will match any donation.
Reframe, that was the Al Janoub Stadium. The stadium reflects the sales of Qatar's wooden, how do you say, dowboats, traditionally responsible for much of the country's economy. And it was one of the 8 stadiums that hosted the World Cup in 2022. And the Janoub Stadium was designed by British architect Zaha Hadid. And I believe now the stadium is used as a community facility, but others have a great name in Qatar too, the Khalifa International Stadium. Check this for architectural ingenuity. Stadium 974 that was used in the World Cup, and it's the newest stadium, is the world's first ever innovative arena that would have been torn down after the FIFA World Cup in 2022. So we have now been in the air for about 13 minutes and orange juice has been served with some gourmet crackers. They look like Jalozzi actually, pine nuts, but they're not pine nuts, they are crackers. Ambient lighting. Very nice it looks. MashaAllah, the food has arrived and my best friend is already tucking in. So we have chicken and peas with mashed potato. Excuse me. Look at that. Lots of mixed vegetables with a nice looking orange juice and a nice looking jelly. Looks like custard. And to my best friend, by Khwanishte, then Khwanbi Zarurvi, mashallah. 8.5 pH alkaline water. So we're getting a natural detox whilst drinking this level of water. Your blood pH is 7.2, so this should be very good for the system, for hydration and general pain management if you use it each and every day. Perhaps that was wrong terminology. For good health management if you're using it each and every day.
مساء. حرصا على سلامتكم يرجى بقاء جالسين في مقاعدكم مع رفع حزام الأمان حتى تتوقف الطائرة نهائيا وتطفأ إشارات رفع حزام المقاعد. يرجى توقف نزولكم من الطائرة. الرجاء الانتباه أنه يمنع التدخين إلا في الأماكن المخصصة لذلك. شكرا لاختياركم السفر مع خطة الجوية القطرية وتحالف فنورس. لقد كان من دواعي سرورنا أن نستضيفكم اليوم. الخطة الجوية القطرية معا إلى كل مكان.
It's past 7 in the evening. For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the aircraft has completely stopped and the seatbelt sign is switched off. Please take care when
Alhamdulillah, we have landed in Manchester. And it's been a pretty smooth ride, alhamdulillah. I've managed to lose my microphones as well, so I spent a few extra minutes on the airplane attempting to locate them, but they are gone. And now it's into the arrivals lounge, through immigration, passport checks, document checks. So airport in Tiralu, look, it says distance to immigration, about 7-minute walk. So we've already walked 3 or 4 minutes. Oh, that's a flight to Nuvanikarazi or the wheelchair Zarurati. Make sure you get it booked in, because if you have those people or those passengers or members of the family with you that have mobility needs, it's quite important, because the airports and the walkways are getting bigger and bigger and longer. There's lots of work going on here in Abu Dhabi and Dubai, and also Qatar as well. If you have connecting flights, then the walk can be quite lengthy, and if you do not have the physical fitness and you have young ones and the elderly with you as well, it can become very tricky. And that's nice. Welcome to Manchester, city, coast and countryside, and that's a nice picture. And here we go, we have a travelator that's moving, so we're going to be lazy for the next 20 meters. Mashallah, so we have reclaimed the baggage, come through the green zone because we have nothing to declare, and the young ones have just got held up a little bit on the motorway, so they haven't quite reached the airport. They should be here in a minute or two. So I trust you've enjoyed the journey with us. Please remember to subscribe, like and share. Alhamdulillah, we came through the baggage reclaim, managed to claim our bags reasonably quickly, and we were able to proceed through the green channel, which means there's no excise to pay on the items that we're bringing into the UK. Then as a musafir and as a traveller, I had already read Zuhr in Doha, so it was time for Asr. So as soon as we landed, ablution, 2 rakats, and the young ones just got a little bit delayed on the motorway coming into the airport, so it's time for Maghrib. So as a musafir, once again I read 3 rakats of Maghrib. So as a musafir, when you're travelling in excess of 48 miles away from your own abode and away from your own home, and you've made an intention, then you can shorten your prayers. So the car partner Rawatu, and it's time for the journey across the M62 towards West Yorkshire, inshallah. So in lane की चीज़ें ना तकरीबन 14-15 टेम्परेचर कबूवी, और Pakistan 35 degrees, the Doha, but Pakistan 40 degrees. And in Doha it was showing us 31 degrees, and I think 36 degrees a little bit later on during the day. So it's not a blazing hot, but it's very reasonable for the UK. So as we are just leaving Manchester Airport, car parking and the terminals can be seen on the right hand side. काफी चीज़ें ना पुलिस लेके अगर ज़िदल ने चीज़ training exercise हो या चाहे और आने कड़ाओ शायद चीज़ें ना स ज़रूर कुले मिंज़ुले supporter model सरावड़ी और ढेर सारी तमाचो सरा गम सरा क्या अगर ज़िदल. So our journey is about 52-53 miles from here. So we will travel across the M62, bits of the M56 maybe, bits of the M60 even, maybe depending on the direction that we take. And we will go over the Saddleworth Moors, towards the Saddleworth Moors, and cross the highest part of the motorway network in the UK as well. Kajili ki go rahi na mak ki batiyani the maqsad matlab se de che kabhi side ta lane ne chidin bandi aur shpe car kigi porto maga sadak cross ne jo katar le de matlab yaad che lane band hai. So there was 3-lane motorway de do bane lakya car ki ne sirf the right hand lane chidin ave jari de. New shoes. Electronic board bani speed limit umar ko auto ke na mashallah diyat sara rawan di. We got 10 and this ya kono no khatam shala karu khatam sho. या टोल ट्रैफिक जिधर होर शो सही तरीके से रवान है माशाल्लाह.
Shazad UK.
As we come towards junction 9 for Trafford Park and Urmston, so we are in the area of Greater Manchester. और ज़्यादा सी पता नहीं है Greater Manchester की काफ़ी ज़्यादा नहीं, Bury, Oldham, Rochdale, Urmston, Ashton districts of Manchester, the Trafford Centre itself, and many other towns as well. There's the indoor ski centre. As we just go past the Trafford Centre, and I think there's the Lee Centurions, a rugby ground just on the left hand side as well, just over the bridge. So, mostly there I'm going to look here. Burnley, Bury, Rochdale, Ashton. Huddersfield taraf tarani. Middleton and Haywood are on the next junction towards the left hand side. It looks very pretty. The dark sky, green trees, red lights, and the road studs are shining. So the motorway has been rising for some time. It goes uphill continuously as we hit the highest motorway in England, 372 metres above sea level. And the cities of Leeds, Bradford and the towns of Huddersfield and Halifax are in this direction.